Dreaming about a vehicle is one of the most popular elements that we can find in dreams. About 60% of our dreams will involve some form of a vehicle. But why? We're going to talk about the meaning of vehicles in dreams. Vehicles get us from one location to the next. They get us where we need to go. So in dreams, a vehicle can represent a mode of transportation that helps us to move along in our life's purpose, along our life's path, and helps us to reach our destination. Vehicles in dreams can also indicate your calling, your life's purpose, or even your vocation. The type of vehicle is also important to the dream's meaning, and it usually speaks of what's going on in the life of the dreamer. Also, the action that the vehicle takes is important. Is it a vehicle that's used for speed, or does it carry passengers, or is it used for work? These things matter or are important to interpreting the dream's meaning. So the use that the vehicle has will parallel what it's being used for in the dream. Another aspect to look at is where you are in the vehicle. Are you driving the vehicle? Are you a passenger? So these questions are very important to interpreting the meaning of the dream. So if you're driving the vehicle, this indicates that you are in control, you are the star, the dream is all about you. However, if you are a passenger in the dream and someone else is driving, then the dream is more than likely about them and you're going along for the ride. You can also have a dream where you're observing someone else driving a vehicle, but you're not in the vehicle at all. So where you are, your role in the vehicle is vital to correctly interpreting the dream's meaning. There are several types of vehicles we can find ourselves in a dream. For instance, bicycles. In a dream, a bicycle can indicate a purpose or a project that takes effort to operate and to keep balanced. As in real life, if we're riding a bicycle, it takes effort to pedal and to balance it. So that would be the indication in the dream, a purpose or a ministry or a project that we're putting a lot of effort into to operate. Cars in dreams represent our callings, our life purpose, or even our vocation. And the types of cars in dreams will give an indication of what the dream's meaning is. For instance, if we dream we're driving a convertible in a dream, that can indicate a negative meaning and a positive meaning. So negatively, if you're driving a convertible in a dream, it can represent no protection, no covering, or it can indicate authority issues at church or at work. But on the other hand, the positive meaning of driving a convertible can represent you driving or operating your life's purpose under an open heaven, which is a clear line of communication between you and God. An SUV is a vehicle that is able to travel over rough terrain. So if you dream about you're driving an SUV, it could indicate that your life's purpose is able to withstand the trials and the hardships that it may come across or that you may face as a result. If you dream about an old car, you're driving an old car, it could represent old ways of thinking or being behind times or not having caught up to what God is doing in your life. Sports cars in dreams represent fast-moving vehicles They go straight to their purpose or destiny. Also, motorcycles would represent the same thing as sports cars. They move quickly and they get you to your purpose quickly. Vans would tend to represent church ministry, as do buses. And also the type of bus that you're on will indicate what the dream is speaking of. For instance, if you dream that you're riding on a school bus, that can be speaking of you being involved in a teaching ministry or church where you'll learn many spiritual things. Also, if you dream you're riding on a city bus, it can indicate you being involved with a church that will have a citywide impact or will impact the city you live in. Also, a Greyhound bus. If you dream you're on a Greyhound or Trailways bus, that can indicate you being involved in an even bigger ministry that will have a nationwide impact. Trucks. If you dream that you're driving a truck, that could represent a larger ministry, of course, larger than a car. If you dream you're driving an 18-wheeler, that would represent a huge ministry or a huge purpose that you have in life, and that you will have a big impact on the life of other people. Airplanes. If you dream that you're flying in an airplane, it could represent you soaring or going to new spiritual heights. Airplanes can also represent large ministries that move in the things of the Spirit. Boats also represent church ministry. And if you dream that you're involved or on a boat, it could represent you being involved in a ministry that influences many people. In dreams, the ocean or a large body of water would represent masses of people. Also, if you dream that you're in a rowboat, for instance, that would have the same meaning as riding a bicycle. It takes effort to row, and so it would indicate a personal ministry that takes effort to move forward or to operate. Also, other types of boats, cruise ships, yachts, all of those things would point to the dream's meaning. Trains. When we talk about trains, trains are vehicles that go straight to their purpose. They travel on tracks, and a train cannot deviate off of its path. So if you dream that you're driving or riding on a train, that can indicate that you're involved in a large ministry, because trains, just like airplanes, can represent large ministries. And so that would mean you're involved in a large ministry that goes straight to its purpose, that God has set the path and set your course, whereby you cannot deviate from it. So when it comes to vehicles and dreams, it's important to remember that the type of vehicle is important to the dream's message, as well as the role that the dreamer plays in the vehicle, where they are in the vehicle. Whether you are the driver or whether you are a passenger makes the difference to the dream interpretation. Well, I hope this talk was helpful to you. Please feel free to leave any comments or questions concerning dreams, any topic of dreams that you would like for me to discuss. Please leave them in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.